How's it going, everybody? It's Charlie, and welcome back to another video on the Chatting Leeds YouTube channel. Hope everyone has had a great Friday so far. Just before we get into it, as always, please make sure that you are smashing that like button. It really does help get the video out there to more people. Please subscribe to the channel if you are brand new and hit the notification bell. And of course, get all of your thoughts and opinions into features on the channel as well. If you would like to contribute, that would be very much appreciated. We're here tonight to preview tomorrow afternoon's clash with Preston North End at Elland Road in an early kickoff. Imagine my surprise. But first, we will get into the press conference. So Daniel Farke did his pre-match press conference today, which is why there wasn't an upload last night with a press conference reaction, obviously. So I thought I'd just combine it with the preview. Not great news from Daniel Farke today, confirming that Pascal Struijk will be out for the season now. His season is over. For the second consecutive year, his season has ended early, this time with a foot fracture, in which he sustained at Luton last week. So you're not ideal, as I think Pascal has been good for us of late. However, I am more than comfortable with Ethan Ampadu being at the back alongside Joe Rodon, as I do believe that as a partnership, Rodon and Ampadu just works better. I don't know why. It probably shouldn't do, because Ampadu is typically a midfielder, but he does such an adequate job at the back that I do think him and Rodon is probably the best partnership, if I'm being honest. So as much as I'm gutted for Pascal, and I do kind of wish he was there, at the same time, I know that we've got very good cover there. We just need to keep Ethan Ampadu fit for the remaining 5 games. A huge blow for Leeds is that Dan James is going to be out for this game as well, which we kind of expected, given that he came off with that hamstring injury against Middlesbrough the other night. Farke has confirmed that he will miss this game and that he could potentially be out for the Easter weekend as well, and that he'll be assessed obviously through the week to see if he is able to be part of the squads for those games. If he misses the Easter weekend as well, that is a massive blow for Leeds United. Dan James has probably been overall our player of the season so far, and one of the best players in the Championship, if not the best player in the Championship. You can have that debate however you want. So, if he just misses tomorrow, it's not ideal, but at least we know that we've got players that can come in and play in that role. But, if he's out for the next 2, 3, maybe 4 games, that's not ideal with 5 games remaining when we're trying to push for that automatic spot. Obviously, the debate will now be going on and on about who comes in for him. I think it's pretty obvious that it'll be Willie Gnonto, to be fair. Maybe that he was being so visibly, close with Ramazani at the end of the Middlesbrough game was Farke. Maybe he was saying to him, look, James is probably going to be out, so you're playing. Maybe that could be the case. But what I actually think will happen is that it will be Gnonto on the right, even though I don't think he's best on the right. But I think it will be Gnonto on the right, Aronson in the middle, and Solomon on the left. When what should probably happen is maybe Ramazani on the right, Gnonto in the 10, or vice versa, and then Solomon out on the left. I don't think Brendan Aronson did enough against Middlesbrough to warrant him another start. But then again, neither did Joel Perreault. But yeah, I would still rather have Perreault start over Bamford. So it is kind of, I'm kind of contradicting myself in a way. But I just think Perreault's the ultimate bagsman. If he's in the right place at the right time, he will score goals. Pat Bamford has had 2 very good cameos. However, is his body match fit to come in and start the game? I'm not too sure. So my predicted 11, just before we actually get into the preview side of this video, my predicted 11 for this game will be Cardallo in goal, back 4 of Jayden Bogle, Joe Rodon, Ethan Ampadu and Junior Firpo, a double pivot of Ilya Gruev and Altinaka. I do think he'll keep Aronson in, so I'm going to go with Gnonto on the right, Aronson in the middle and Solomon out left, and then Joel Perreault up top. Preston. So We all know that this game is going to be a physical game. They're going to try and kick the SHIT out of us, let's be honest. But I just hope that, like we did at Luton, where we came down to their level, I just really hope that we keep our heads in this one, play our own game. And if we do that, we will ultimately break them down. We have got the better team. We've got the better players. We've got the better manager. But if we stoop ourselves down to their level, then that won't matter. Horrible human being. So it's up to I was listening to the Square Ball lads and they got it bang on. It's Joe Rodon and Ethan Ampadu's job to get in the head of Osmajic, wind him up. Because if you wind him up enough, he will get sent off or he'll get booked and then he's got to watch himself then. The referee that's refereeing this game is the same ref that refed the reverse fixture at Deepdale, in which he failed to send off Ben Whiteman for a horrific challenge on Jaden Bogle. So, let's not help the referee. Let's not make it a discussion about referees and linesmen in this one, Leeds. Like I just said, play our own game and we will be fine in this one. Sheffield United are starting to wobble now. You can tell it's visibly getting to Chris Wilder. It comes out and calls their fans a disgrace after the defeat at Oxford and then follows it up 3 days later with an unchanged lineup and they get beat again. They've gone 2 games without scoring a goal as well, which is quite notable as well. And then you've got Burnley, who are still in decent form. They did draw, helped us go back top of the league, but they are still in decent form. Obviously, Derby. Burnley, at the time that this upload goes out, Burnley will be playing Norwich at Carrow Road, so I'll have all eyes on that one. And then Sheffield United are away at Plymouth. Plymouth, dead bottom of the league, probably are going to go down, but they still mathematically could stay up, so they'll be fighting for their lives. That's probably not going to be as easy as you would think on paper. But let's be honest, I didn't have Oxford and Millwall down to be beating Sheffield United. I just didn't. Our form might not be great at the moment, but even when we were drawing, we weren't losing. They've lost back-to-back games now, so it'll be very interesting to see how that's affected the players and how it's affected Chris Wilder and his thinking around his team news for the game. They actually play at the same time as us tomorrow in the early kickoff, so at least by the time our games are done, we will know where we stand going into the Easter weekend, which is going to be massive with them two playing each other. But yeah, like I say, Preston, quite a physical side. They're going to come and try and impose that on Leeds United. Of course, they are. There'll be a threat from set pieces. So against Middlesbrough, that was probably my only worry, is that we're still not great at defending set pieces. We have got tall players in there. We have got players that can be physical. Let's, impose our game on them. Yes, they've got Osmajic and, others that can be a threat from those sort of scenarios. But like I said earlier, we've got the best team. And, yes, there's that kind of added narrative of it's Heckingbottom against his old club. And it'll be something for Sky Sports to rabbit on about for the build-up to tomorrow's game. But I would like to think, at Elland Road, I know we all expected a win against Swansea and we all know what happened there, but we've got an actual goalkeeper in net for this one, unlike a hologram. And I feel like the defence is a lot more confident in front of Caldaro as well. I think he's had 2 very good performances coming back into the side. And, that clean sheet the other night at Borough will have given him the world of good, and the world of confidence, going into the remaining 5 games. Like I say, if we can get through this one, Easter weekend is not going to be easy. Oxford away, we all know what happened to Sheffield United there. That won't be easy by any stretch. And then we've got Stoke at home, which again, probably not got anything to play for really. So they're kind of coin as to whether we do it or not. Maybe this weekend could give us a little bit more clarity. If Sheffield United go and lose again, or even if they draw, just drop points at all, then that's you can probably confirm that is a wobble happening right in front of our eyes. If we can go and win, if Burnley drop points tonight, as it's, it's all ifs and buts at the minute, isn't it? And we want definitive clarity, don't we? But we're not going to get that this weekend. We're probably not going to get it next weekend either. So, take it game by game. We just need to keep winning. And if we win all our games, we're up. I wish it was that simple. I really wish it was that simple. But for this game tomorrow, score prediction wise, I am going to go with 2-0. 2-0 Leeds. Comfortable 2-0 win. Well, given the context. My goal scorers, I will go with Nonto and Perot. I think Perot needs one. He needs a goal just to get his confidence back up, doesn't he, for the running? So, 2-0 Leeds United, and we will maintain our place at the top of the division, which is where we belong. If you've enjoyed this video, guys, please make sure that you are smashing that like button. It really does help get it out there to more people. Just with the algorithm and things, it just helps it trend. Please get your thoughts and opinions into the comment section down below as well. I want to know all you guys' thoughts, your score predictions, your predicted 11s, and just how you're generally feeling going into the game. Subscribe as well if you are brand new, and check out the membership features on the channel. There'll be no match day morning show in the morning, as I am working for a few hours before the game. I will get a review out after the game once I'm home, and then there will be a live edition of The Last Say once again on Sunday. So keep it locked at Chatting Leeds, and I will see you in a bit. Cheers.